STEM education is incredibly important for the future of our state.
I've been working with Vibrio parahemolyticus and testing antimicrobial peptides, which are basically like antibiotics. It's just humans and bacteria don't have resistance to it.
Aeromonas hydrophila is a flesh-eating bacteria that is currently antibiotic resistant. So my research is going into the effects of exposing that bacteria to fatty acids to see if we can kind of use the bacteria against itself to make it more antibiotic susceptible.
I'm researching 3D printed metals, additive manufacturing, specifically looking at fatigue strength and fatigue failure in metals. It accounts for 50 to 90% of all failure in metallic products.
What you hope is that young people like this will be inspired to be more engaged, even not only in just their important work, but in their community.
It can benefit us because a lot of bacteria are developing antibiotic resistance, which is creating a really big problem because if we need to treat a disease or an infection and it has multi-drug resistance, then we can't use antibiotics to help us.
There are 2 radii, which leaves 1 plane that is the smallest cross-sectional area, which is where the failure will occur. And so you're specifically just testing 1 plane. And what our research wants to explore is what happens when you increase that plane and create a volume. We're expecting that we'll find a lot more defects in the 3D printed metal and therefore a lower ultimate stress or lower breaking point for the metal.
I was working on it back in December and we got it all the way done like 2 days before the deadline, and there's still more data that's not on the poster. So it's been a really long time developing the poster, and then getting the data was even longer. So I've been doing this since like July, and it took until October, November to get all of this one particular bacteria done.
Each of these growth curves took 12 hours of me in the lab every hour testing the OD of the bacteria. And while I was doing it, I was like, okay, like I only have like 7 more hours left. I only have however many more hours. But like looking at that and seeing that there's actually tangible evidence of my research is such a gratifying thing.
It's probably never going to end for a long time at least. So just really exciting. Don't know where it's gonna go, but it's gonna go somewhere.
It's always fun to talk to someone and try to explain what I'm doing because it helps me understand it better. Again, one of the best ways to learn something is to learn how to teach it to a 5th grader. And while I'm not talking to 5th graders, people who aren't mechanical engineers, could be in a different language. You know, just like if I went over to a biology poster, I have no clue what's going on. And so it's really interesting for me to understand it better as I try to explain it and to hear other people's thoughts and what they think might happen or what surprises them.
It's a good opportunity to like kind of learn what other people are working on and, you know, take a second, take a breath, you know, it's gonna work out.
The companies that create opportunities for Tennesseans, they count on young people who are educated in the fields of study that these people are. And so we need leaders here to see the importance of that.